Welcome everyone. It's time for a look around Universal Studio Hollywood's Backlot. Join me, shall you?
This video is basically thrown together with the purpose of showing you what I was able to get a first-hand account of by doing a walking tour of the entire backlot at Universal Studios Hollywood, which is awesome because all these areas and all these facades were used in a multitude of movies, television shows, and of course music videos that I've seen from childhood through my adult life. A lot of very fantastic places. If you recognize any of these spots, feel free to leave some comments down below and the minute and second point of what you're witnessing, and we can have an interactive area of goodness. Chicago? No, it's not Chicago. That's the beauty of a backlot. Remember in Dirty Harry when Clint Eastwood said, "Do you feel lucky, punk?" Well, I'm going to show you where it happened. Right there, at the bottom of this building, below the stairs, right there.
Whoa! What?
Just look at all these awesome buildings. These are not real buildings, though. This is just a painting or a mural or some kind of a weird thing made to look like a building. One of the areas that really blew my mind was right down here, used in countless movies, but I know it from Back to the Future.
Oh my goodness, look at this. Dun, dun, dun.
The amazing thing about this front facade is that it's actually covering the original clock tower. I thought about walking up here and getting a view maybe up the stairs where the clock tower originally once was. Then I decided maybe I should just mosey or walk around the back and check it out. So here's what the back of the clock tower looks like from Back to the Future. This is the part you don't see in any of the films. Pretty awesome that I was able to go back here, and now I'm showing you, sir.
Big shopping cart.
This house was actually used in the Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, as well as the Beethoven sequels with that big hairy dog. And then I decided to go down this way, down this road full of historic movie homes. This was the cul-de-sac from The Burbs, and also from a bunch of other television shows and movies and commercials. Maybe you recognize a few of these houses. This was actually the Animal House, right there, Animal House. And then over this way, that's the Munsters house, the crazy Munsters house. Remember them? 1313 Mockingbird Lane? That's what it looks like now. This is what it looked like in the TV show. Awesome. Yes. This whole area is very cool because of all the old homes, including this one, the Leave It to Beaver house. Did you see it? Rewind it if you didn't and let me know if you think I'm correct. Was that the Leave It to Beaver house? I think so. Moving on now, going to this area used in Pirates of the Caribbean. Yes, this area here in Pirates. And Jaws! It's Jaws! Speaking of horror, do you recognize this house? The original Psycho house? Well, I got to actually walk up. That's me! Adjusting my hand, pointing it towards the window. And speaking of the window, who was that up there in the window? Did you see Mother? 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 Whoa. What was really cool too is I actually got to go up close and personal with the Psycho house and actually touch the facade and look inside. I'm not going to look in there though, but I am going to touch this fake brick. And then I went around the backside and I took my camera and I actually viewed the interior nether regions of Norman Bates's mother's house. And here's the backside of the hotel down there. And look at this crumbling structure of the rock wall that led downward. And who's over there to the left? Is that Norman Bates? No, it's Whoville. Now that's strange. Whoville right there. Dr. Seuss's Whoville is right next door to the Psycho house, the Bates Motel. Very interesting. and very neighborly. Who? Norman Bates, that's who. I was then able to walk around this plane crash catastrophe site using countless commercials as well as a very well-known Tom Cruise movie. Look at this airliner that they brought in and destroyed specifically for the film, and they've just left it here as part as the Backlot tram tour. Normally, you can't get off the tram, but I was lucky enough to get up close and personal with this wreckage. Awesome. I'm not sure if any one of the passengers realizes or not, but they left their duffel bag right there. Their duffel bag was left. It looks like a tornado or a hurricane or another national disaster has actually wiped this area out. But it's all part of movie magic, created for filming so that you and I can be brought into a fantasy world, an imaginary creation by directors, producers, and other people who have actually brought the magic and the wonder of movies to life. Is this the car from that one film? Also, there's a lawnmower there, which gives a little bit of realism, and a toilet. Did you see that toilet? Looks like they're doing a little bit of maintenance in this area, maybe preparing for a new movie. This was the area from City Slickers where they had the running of the bulls. But we're going to move on into the area where they film quite a few westerns. A lot of older westerns, Universal Studios westerns, were filmed in this area. Down these exact roads, in these saloons and general stores. There's a bridge that has nothing to do with westerns. That had nothing to do with westerns. And neither does this. But this is the site of the Universal monsters. Hunchback of Notre Dame, Frankenstein, and a plethora of other epic monsters right here in the Court of Miracles. There used to be a fountain there, and Frankenstein walked through there, and the Hunchback, yes! It might not look it to you, but this lagoon area was the spot the car was hidden and brought up by Norman Bates at the end of Psycho. And also, this was in Angela Lansbury's TV show, Murder, She Wrote. Not that car. That's the Magnum P.I. car and the Back to the Future 2 cars. I'm talking about Murder, She Wrote. So rewind it, and you can see the Murder, She Wrote village. Moving on now. Remember the show Coach? Well, the same guy from Coach is in Parenthood. And this is the house used in Parenthood. I got an exclusive walkthrough. There's my room on the first floor. This is what the interiors of television show homes look like. That's outside the window, forced perspective. And up the stairs, there are no rooms, just lights and cameras and no action other than me roaming around because they were not filming this day, or else I would have not have been able to show you. There's Craig T. Nelson from Coach and Parenthood. He was in both of them on the same soundstage. This is kind of a neat exclusive look around this exact filming locations. There's a peace sign mat looking outside. Let's actually see what the backyard looks like. Not like any backyard you or I would know, just full of lights, tables and chairs, lighting rigs. Very bizarre indeed, but this is what makes television happen. And who am I to argue with the way television is made? And now I'm going to scurry out the front door with you. We're looking around the front yard, and a trophy, and another trophy. Lots of trophies here. A lot of talk about trophies, because I love trophies, and I love the fact that this Universal Studios box was able to be shown. Going back up the stairs again, not really sure why. Oh, that's why, because I wanted to show you that and the couch and outside of the window. Here's some props from the show. Have you ever seen the movie Parenthood? Well, it actually created the idea for the television show. Have you seen the television show? What do you think about the television show? And by watching this video, is it going to prompt you to watch the television show? These are all questions you don't have to answer. Unless you desire to answer them in any fashion, then do so now. I'm just rambling incoherently because there's really not a whole lot else to say other than Parenthood film. I should have looked in that toilet, but the toilet was not opened. That's one thing I'm going to regret. Oh yeah, now we're in the prop warehouse. Lots of fantastic props, tables, chairs, wardrobe, all kind of weird things that most people don't realize that you see in television shows are all stored right in here. For rent, there's a Beverly Hills sign. And here's some pianos, any kind of prop, E.T. phone home, and Buddha. All of these props can be found. Here's a close-up of Buddha's face and a gong. Not sure why I showed the gong or this chair or why I'm going to pick up this paperclip safety pin thing. Here's some flags, all kind of props and wonderful things are in the prop warehouse that the general public normally can't get into. I was lucky enough to see this though, this sound switchboard. How amazing is this? But even more amazing is this relic. Who knows what movie this was used in? And this, if you recognize any of these old, ancient, movie, iconic, legendary things, make sure you leave some comments down below so that I can read them and others can read them. And check this out. It's made of rubber, not metal. Fooled you.